looking. I love working. I love working. I love working. I love working.
Hello, everyone. Can I have your attention and have everyone in your seats, please? Wow, I wish I had that much power all the time. This is so exciting. I first want to thank Brownsbridge Church for giving us this glorious room to have this graduation celebration. So thank you, Brownsbridge. So if you guys don't mind, we have a lot to cover, a lot to celebrate. And normally I just talk from the heart, but instead I'm using the words that I've written down. Still from the heart, but a little bit more controlled. So, well, here we are, celebrating 23 graduates for the 2020 and 2021 Project Life and RISE classes. To think where we were a year ago, and the many challenges, questions, and obstacles we faced over the past 12 months. Lots of obstacles and lots of challenges. Teachers, interns, parents, business partners, we all learned that being flexible, adapting, and thinking outside the box actually brought us new opportunities. We began to embrace the changes and the challenges with a sense of hope and optimism. And it's such an incredible feeling knowing that our interns came out on top because of that, graduating with confidence and resilience and ready for employment and adult living. Project Life and RISE take a village. And boy, do we have a village. We've got a large village. From the very beginning, the Forsyth County Schools Board of Education and our superintendent, Dr. Jeff Bearden, have supported Project Life and Project RISE. This also includes our Director of Special Education, Sarah Taylor, our Department of Transportation, our partnering schools, such as Whitlow, Cumming, Otwell, and Alliance, and all the staff at Central Office, Academy, and the Hill Center. Without their commitment and support, none of this would be possible. We truly appreciate all that you do for us. On that note, I'd like to ask Dr. Bearden to say a few words of welcome.
Thank you, Susan. Isn't it awesome to be in person this year? I mean, this is really, yes. You know, I tell people all the time, this is one of my favorite days of the entire school year when we get to celebrate the accomplishments of our Project Life students. I also want to take a moment to thank our staff. And first of all, Susan Darlington for leading this program. Susan does an amazing job working with everyone in our community to make sure our students have the placements where they can be successful. She works tirelessly with our staff to make sure our kids have a great experience. So please join me in thanking Susan for her leadership. I also want to recognize, Susan mentioned our current Director of Special Education, Sarah Taylor. Sarah is actually being promoted to an Assistant Superintendent effective July 1. So I wanted to thank Sarah again for her leadership. Sarah, if you could wave at everybody, thank you. And Sarah is going to leave the department in very capable hands, replacing Sarah, our new Director of Special Education, Kara Hudsmith. Kara, if you could just say hello. Again, all of our teachers and staff members here this morning, thank you for your hard work. You know, as Susan mentioned, this has been an incredibly challenging last 12 months for us. You know, our last day of school last year was March 13th, 2020, and never would have dreamed it would have been 5 months later, August 13th of 2020, before we had an opportunity to see our students face to face again. And I'm telling you, our teachers over the past 13 or 14 months, they always do great work, but man, they have done heroic work in the last 13, 14 months. So please join me in thanking our teachers for their outstanding work. Thank you to all of our business partners, our parents, our families, but especially our Project Life kids. I'm telling you, for me, every Thursday morning when our Project Life students show up with a snack cart, that is always one of the best parts of any day. And the reason for that is they always have a smile on their face. They do their work with great enthusiasm and energy. They simply make life better. And I tell you what, Thursday mornings throughout the summer are not the same when we don't have our kids there anymore, and really do miss you guys when you go out on break. I also want to just take a moment to thank our students again for all their positive energy and their positive attitude. I want to let you guys know how very proud I am of you on this very special day. And parents, I'm proud for you as well. And I want to congratulate everyone. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Reardon. Our village also includes our business partners who provide the training environments and facilities, job tasks, and the staff to work alongside our interns. We could go on and on about the countless ways they encourage, mentor, and coach our interns on the skills necessary to be a good employee. It's only fitting that we ask them to say a few words about their experiences with Project Life and Project Rise. With that being said, I'd like to first ask Eric Casala from NCR to come and speak.
Good morning. I've had the privilege of working with Project Life for about the last 5 or 6 years as the plant manager for a services depot up in Alpharetta. I will say this year was like no other. I know Susan reached out to me probably in late July and said, hey, we'd like to come. We're going to be back in school. And I went up to the corporate bigwigs, and they were like, oh, my God, we can't have anybody in the building. There was Panic City. And they had actually, Susan doesn't know this, told me it would be January before we could reconsider the idea. But I wanted Project Life back in our facility as soon as possible. And so we put together a presentation that went to NCR's task force and said, there are 3 main reasons we need them back. The first was they improve our morale. And, that is true. We walk by Project Life. They are always smiling. They are always polite. They are always happy, And believe me, that is not the case with everybody else we walk by in my facility, but that is the case with the Project Life students. The second is they provide value. They do things for us that we definitely need done, and they do a very good job of it. And the third was that they set a good example. They're on time. Like I said, they're polite, and they do hard work, and they're always working. You don't see them trying to take time. They don't go run to the bathroom for 30 minutes with their cell phone. They are there, and they are doing the job constantly. And that is so great for us. And so that presentation somehow worked, and we were able to get Project Life in there by, I think, early October. And, you know, it was a very different year for us. We did miss things like Special Olympics. Hopefully next year we can have those type of things again. But, you know, for the students, I want to say just a couple of things. One is make sure you thank your parents for all the help that they've given you to get you to this point. Your teachers rock. I know we have Hope and Nancy in our facility, and they are awesome. I'm sure all the other teachers are equally awesome. But they always talk about you guys later like, hey, they got this skill, or they learned this, or they're so different because they went through this program. And so they care about you, and they want to see you successful. And just remember that, because often you don't have somebody like that, but you guys do in this program. And the last thing I would like to say is just do remember how you feel today. You earned this, right? You didn't get this. You earned this. You did what was required. And, you know, I saw a couple of great quotes in the book today, and it was interesting to be able to read this. And Blake, who had worked at NCR, you know, Mr. Absolutely, had a comment here that I thought was great. It said, I gained a lot of work skills during my 2 years at Project Life, but the most important thing I learned was how to stay calm when work becomes a little stressful. And everybody's probably going, you know, hard work, but remaining calm when things are stressful is one of the best skills you can actually have in the work environment, believe me. And so it's great. And remember, everything you guys wrote in here, remember this as you go to your next steps. One door may be closing, but you guys, you work so hard, you've earned other doors, and I know you will be successful. So thank you to Project Life. Thank you to the teachers, to the parents, for what you do for us. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you, Eric. Next, we have Mark Probst from Siemens.
To begin with, my name is Mark Probst. I'm the facility manager at Siemens off McFarland. And I want to thank you for allowing me to say a few words about our program. First of all, I want to recognize people from Forsyth County Board of Education. Without them, would never be possible. Everybody knows Susan. Susan, Sarah, and Dr. Bearden, and we appreciate all they do to make this program possible. I want to recognize a few people right now. Our teachers, Josephine, Christine, Ryoko, and last but not least, Erin Rose. You ladies stand up, please. They are absolutely like rock stars. A couple of weeks ago, Susan and I were talking, and I said, you know what? I witness every day the coaching that they give our kids and the situational awareness practices that they put them through. For example, it would go something like this. Aaron, Mark, why would you do this? When would you do this? And what would be your response? And if I responded correctly, she'd say, that's right. If not, no, this is how you would do it, Mark. And so I've seen that every single day from all our teachers, and I've seen our students grow and blossom through the entire year. So awesome job. So like everybody said before me, this year has been a year like no other. There's no question about it. You have to realize at Siemens, we had an office area with about 600 employees. And on March 13th, it was like the rapture or a science fiction horror movie occurred. And believe me, as a facility manager, I'm in there every day making rounds. I look down on somebody's desk and their day planner's still there, you know, March 13th. And there are people I have not seen for 14 months. Now, the building's slowly ticking back. People are starting to come back. So this fall, I think it'll be a little bit different situation. So last summer, I believe Project Life left in March, Aaron, last March when everybody else went home. So at Siemens, everybody's working from home in the office area. Well, last summer, Susan reached out to me. Susan and Aaron and I sat down and discussed, hey, can we keep this program going? Is it possible to keep it going? Well, 14 years ago, a gentleman sitting in the front row over here, Wayne Hancock, one of my best friends at Siemens, and a guy by the name of Roy Chigi, working with Forsyth County, founded this program. And I'm the advocate. I'm the one that works with Aaron now, and not on my watch, no way we're going to let this go. So we devised a game plan, and we brought them back. We brought them back in late August, and the rest has been history. We've had a fantastic year. In the beginning, with so many people out of the building and just our factory employees there, we had to make a lot of adjustments. Thanks to Kim Howell and Tim Ferguson, our plant manager. They worked very closely with the teachers to find tasks on the shop floor. We've got these high-tech coffee machines, touchless, okay? And it's also high-tech to keep them serviced and replenished with coffee beans and stuff. They did that. They enhanced the snack cart Dr. Bearden was talking about, and it makes everybody's day to see them come around. Also, they enhanced the cleaning and sanitizing that we did. One of my friends, Gabriella, is an admin. They lay tasks out for the kids just about every day. So there's never a dull moment. And as far as I'm concerned, this year has been smashing success. So at this time, I want to recognize our graduates. Will you please stand up when I call your name? James Hutchinson. Liam Egan. Matt Strom. And Marin Malone. And next fall, fortunately, we have Tony, Michael, and Claire coming back. So we can't wait to see them again after they have a good long summer. They're all near and dear to our hearts. I can tell you, speaking for all my colleagues at Siemens, it makes it a better place. And Lord knows it's made me a better man to be part of this team. And I just want to thank you for it, and thank you parents for allowing Siemens to be a part of the kids' lives. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mark. Next, we have Kevin Garrett from Automation Direct. And Kevin wasn't able to be with us, but we do have a video that he wanted us to share with you. And if we want to wait to save some time, we can go to the next one and then we'll, okay. All right, so we're going to go to PBD Worldwide. We're going to ask Betsy Bridger to come and speak. And I will say that PBD just started with us this year. And when I told her, I invited her to our graduation celebration, I told her, you don't have to speak, just come and experience it for the first time. And she goes, oh no, I want to speak. And I'm so happy that she wants to share her experience with you.
So we're the newest to the group, and we're pretty excited about that. We haven't had the long-standing history some of the other businesses have had, but we're definitely looking forward to that partnership and hope we get continue to do so and build the same relationships that some of you guys have from Siemens and some of the other companies. I thought it was important, and I found this quote this morning, that the business of business is relationships. The business of life is human connection. It's by Robin S. Sharma. And I think it's important because one of the things this program has done has brought a lot of human connection to us, and it makes our business even better because businesses don't grow without those relationships. So in our life journey, we sometimes are fortunate to meet connectors, true relationship people. And PBD has been fortunate enough to have a connector working for us that has a passion for students just like the one sitting here and being celebrated today. Her name is Melissa Danielson, and she came to us a while back, but she has been in the community and worked with these groups and students for quite some time and interns. And she actually made the introduction to Susan, created that connection, and back in October, in the midst of a pandemic, said, hey, let's see if we can make this thing work. We jumped in not with one foot, but both feet, and not only did we welcome Project Life and had 3 interns come and join us, we then added on Project Rise and have probably 4 or 5 different students that come out there as well. And things that you think every day that is not really important or you just do without thinking about it, these students have learned and have really thrived in this environment. I think one of the coolest things that we do, and again, PBD, just in case you didn't know, is a fulfillment and distribution company, and we provide services for e-commerce companies, retailers, associations, and faith-based organizations. And with those businesses, we have so many needed skills that fit perfect for training for these students and these interns. So additionally, what's happened is they've come to our facilities and they have made it better every single day. And what's the coolest thing is to hear Brennan and hear Tabitha or hear Samantha that we're out there doing tasks that we have to hire temps to come in and help that could care less about what they're doing. They have no drive or no enthusiasm at all. And you look at our interns and they're smiling. They're excited to do these tasks, and they are being told by our leadership, man, you guys are doing better than the temps that have been here all week. And let me tell you, it just turns up the fire, and they're just ready to roll. And it's amazing to see how excited they come in every work and the enthusiasm that they bring as they walk into the building. We've had the opportunity to issue badges to our Project Life group, which they think that's the most coolest thing ever because they are a part of our team and they are a part of our culture, and they've just been ingrained in it. And again, we know exactly where they're at. They do always have a smile on their face. So I'm not saying anything different than any of the other businesses. So I think it's definitely a trademark stamp of what Project Life is doing in our community with these interns and what they're sending out into the community for this work training program as they go into life on their own and start working. One of the things, again, for our business that we've been so excited about is that not only are we doing it at this facility, it's become such a big thing for us that we're actually looking at it in our Gwinnett facility and our facility in Chicago, trying to make relationships and those connections to where we could also, branch out in all of our other facilities as well. So we're excited about the fire or the spark that was started here that'll continue to grow as we kind of implement it at other facilities. So one of the things I just want to say, our group, again, has been amazing. We've had teachers, Mary Phillips and Allison, I'm going to say your last name wrong, Rauscher, maybe? And then Emily and Andrea over Project Rise. And with that, we've had some great students. Our graduating intern is Tabitha Jones from Project Life. And then our graduating intern from Project Rise is Matthew, and I'm going to say it wrong too, Nemowitz, I think. Hopefully I said it right. But again, with that, we are thankful that we're not losing too many more, that we're actually ready to keep the rest of them. So we're thrilled to be a partner with these interns. And although we're sad to see some of them moving on, we know that we'll be going, they'll go on to do some exciting things and look forward to our returning interns next year. Again, the last thing I would say is we truly appreciate the leadership and dedication from the teaching staff that comes alongside of these interns and knows it takes them to show up every day and pouring into these students day in and day out to get them to this day today of graduating and celebrating. Parents, we also want to thank you for allowing your children to be a part of our organization and allowing them to thrive and just being courageous and continuing to instill in them that bravery and courageous act that it takes to kind of step up and show up every single day, because what we would love is a world full of employees that do exactly what your interns and your students and family are doing. So thank you for allowing us to be a part of it. We're looking forward to continued successes.
Thank you, Betsy. Do we have we got the video? Okay, now we're going to hear from Kevin from Automation Direct.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Kevin Garrett, and I'm the operations team lead here at Automation Direct. This has been our third year of having the Project Life team here working with us, and it's been another great year. We've worked with them in their processes so they were able to implement their help in multiple areas of our warehouse. The skills they've learned include keeping stations stocked with boxes, keeping their stations clean, ready to go at all times, including after they leave. Having them here helps allow our teamers to stay focused on their primary responsibilities. Our team has goals of 100% accuracy we're shooting for this year, and the very detailed processes that Project Life interns follow is a great example for our team. The detailed focus, work ethic they have, and all their job tasks they perform provides invaluable insight and guidance to our teamers into the type of focus we need to have to give the best experience for Automation Direct to customers. One of the biggest perks for me as a team lead, having the Project Life interns here, is a very pleasant, uplifting attitude they come into work with every day. The upbeat, can-do attitude they walk in every day seems to perk up our team. All of our teamers enjoy helping teach them the new things as they're learning what is going on in their lives, whether it's the goals they're trying to achieve, such as earning their driver's license, getting another job, or making more money. Project Life has become part of our team here at ADC, and when an intern gets to graduate or they move on to another location, we feel like we've lost a teammate and a friend. I look forward to the future and all we can learn working with Project Life team. Also, I want to wish Ben, Ross, and Sarah the best as they move on. Miss Stacy on her retirement, I hope she gets to enjoy them grandbabies, and look forward to having Miss Lori and the new teacher, Aaron, back next year, and also the new interns that we will have. Thank y'all for all y'all do.
And lastly, we have Northside Hospital, and I'm not sure if Northside Hospital was able to make it. I spoke with Lynn Jackson a couple of weeks ago, and everyone knows what Northside Hospital is going through right now. And the first thing she wanted to do was send her apologies that they couldn't open their doors to us this year. And I thought, that's exactly the kind of person she is, that she was more concerned about us when we know what they're going through. We definitely understood why they couldn't open their doors to us, but we do look forward to the next year as things turn back to normal and we are able to go back there. So we want to personally thank Northside Hospital for being a part of Project Life, and we look forward to working with them again next year. So let's give Northside Hospital a round of applause. Project Life and Project Rise also rely heavily on the support of the parents of our interns, making sure the interns not only learn while they're at the job site, but that these skills transfer to the community and the home. Collaboration and teamwork between home and school is key to their success. We asked a few of our parents to say a few words to our graduates and to other parents about their experience with Project Life and Project Rise. I'd like to first ask Diane Spencer, who is Matthew Nemowitz's mom. Diane, if you'll please come up to the podium.
My name is Diane Spencer, and I am the proud parent of Matthew. And I happen to be a teacher in Forsyth County Schools. We moved here about 15 years ago when Matthew was starting first grade. And because he had an IEP, I wanted to warn the school that we were going to, and I gave a call and said, hey, I'm moving from out of state, and my son has an IEP. I was overjoyed that that principal called me back, invited me in over the summer so that we could sit and go over his IEP and make sure that they had everything needed for him, and that the transition was great. I have still been so impressed 15 years later, well actually 2 years ago, when Project Rise was going to start, they kind of, Susan came to me and said, hey, we're thinking of starting a new program because there are, Matthew and other students like him kind of don't quite fit into Project Rise, but they need to move on from high school. So of course I was like, oh, they're starting a whole new program just for Matthew. This is awesome. But it has been wonderful. He has grown so much. The support with Susan and his teachers, Ms. Reynolds and Ms. Shelke, and everybody at Forsyth County. I cannot be prouder to be an employee and a parent. Especially this last year and a half has been a little bit crazy. And to start the new program during the pandemic and having, the whole goal is to get them out in the community when the whole community is shutting down is a little bit, complex. So I cannot tell you how much he has grown, how much more independent he is, how many skills that I never thought he would come across. He is so excited every day to send me a text, usually asking what's for dinner, but there's also the excitement of, oh, I went, to this location today and I did this today. So every day there was not only the dinner requests, but a breakdown of what he learned or what he did and how proud he was of his job. So I cannot thank everybody enough. It's been a wonderful, wonderful experience, and we'll see what Matthew has in the future. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Diane. Next, we have Lisa Evans, who is the parent of Blake Evans.
Good morning. I'm Lisa Evans. I have the honor of being the mother to one of our graduates this morning. When I was asked to speak today, I thought, what should I talk about? So I decided our experiences are usually easiest to talk about, so here's a brief summary of our experience. We were blessed with our son Blake in 1999. By the age of 3, we knew that we were going to be facing some challenges a lot of kids do not have to. We were told to contact the school system and ask for him to be evaluated, see what services were available. It was very reassuring that there was someone willing to help us. I was not aware of all the awesome things that would be provided to Blake, from the special needs preschool classes all the way through Project Life. Blake has attended Sawney Elementary from the age of 3 through kindergarten. Then we went on to Matt Elementary, Liberty Middle School, North Forsyth High School, and today he's graduating from Project Life. Words could never express what a difference these special classes and programs have made in his life and ours. Thank you does not seem adequate for the support and the time spent helping my child along with all the other graduates here today. Thank you to all of those who work for the Forsyth County Board of Education for allowing our county to offer these programs to our children and young adults. Thank you to the Board of Education for having such wonderful support with the system with our teachers. Nothing I could ever do would show enough of my gratitude. I know one thing: we were blessed to have been living in Forsyth County that allowed Blake to be a privilege to be a child in the Forsyth County school system. Blake has had several awesome and supportive teachers over the years, but there are several of you that stand out today. You chose to work with my child every day, even if it was a bad day. Some of you really made an impression on him. He still remembers when your birthday is. He talks about you very often. And being that support person for him and his peers every day is something that some parents may never think a lot about, but I want to say how much we appreciate the time and patience that you showed. Thank you for challenging them to be the best that they could be. I can never say enough of how much the support of my family has meant to us. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for those of you who support Blake. Thank you for joining us today to celebrate our graduates one more time. So to all of our families here showing support today to your graduate, thank you for taking the time out of your day. I'm sure they all greatly appreciate it. To the graduates, congratulations on the completion of Project Life, or Project Rise. May each of you find success in the next chapter of your life. Wherever life takes you after today, always remember the awesome things that you were a part of during your school years and project life. Congratulations, graduates. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Next up, we have Rick and Karen Strom, who are the parents of Matt Strom.
Good morning. We are Rick and Karen Strom. We are the proud parents of Matthew Strom. He is our fourth of our 5 children, and we're proud also to have 3 other children here in the audience with him. I'm sure they're here to congratulate Matt, but also to critique his speech a little bit later, which I'm sure he'll hear about. Anyway, if you had met Matt when he graduated high school and then started Project Life, he probably would have told you about his high school experience. He probably would have spent time talking about the varsity swim team, about the musical performances, about homecoming court. It would have been a deep dive into high school and how great it was. And it was. And it was even great for Karen and I and our whole family. It was such a great experience. But when Matt graduated high school, there was a lot of uncertainty about what the next step in his life was going to be. What was it going to be like? Project Life, was it something that was going to really help him? What was this company Siemens that he was going to be in? What were the people going to be like? How were they going to accept him? There was so much. After coming off such a great experience, what was the next step? What was it going to be like? Looking back now, Matt found a community in Siemens that was very welcoming, very warm, and yet very professional, and really helped Matt to grow in his skills. He found a community that accepted him, that helped him to grow and develop his many gifts, which he is gifted in many ways. In his teachers, Aaron and Josephine, he found two women who cared for him, who challenged him, who pushed him, who motivated him, and really loved him in a way to help him become the best person that he can be. And so we want to just really say thank you to all that were involved in Project Life for Matt. We want to thank the Forsyth County Board of Education for providing Project Life. We want to thank Siemens and all of the companies that participate in the Project Life program for allowing this to take place within their facilities. It's no doubt your participation has made a lasting impact on the students, and no doubt the students have made a lasting impact on the companies as well. And then to our teachers, especially Aaron, Josephine, for all the hard work and dedication that they've truly made a lifelong impact on Matt's life, but they've also made a lifelong impact on our family's life. And for that, we're very grateful.
So just to kind of follow up on that, say a couple of few more words about Matt's experience. I'm a high school math teacher, and so I always like to give math analogies. And in speaking about the importance of a good teacher, for some of us, math comes easy, math is natural, and we can learn it no matter what. But for those of us who are not natural math people, a good teacher makes all the difference in our success. And I can't say enough about the good teachers in this program. Again, Aaron, Christine, Josephine, just the fact that obviously we know that most teachers are not in it for the money, it's more of a vocation for them, but they've really made a difference in Matt's success. And I want to say thank you to Susan. Susan really goes out of her way to make sure when you qualify for this Project Life program, and I'm sure Project Rise, to find the right company and the right fit for those skills and for those gifts that each of our students have. So I appreciate that, Susan. And then Susan's constantly checking in with them, it's real personal with her. Matt knows her by name, and I just really appreciate, your heart is in it, and very obvious. And lastly, I want to talk a little bit about Project Life. Again, Rick said we weren't sure what it was going to be, and in our family we use a lot of football analogies, and so with Matthew we're always talking about advancing the ball. And Project Life was that opportunity for us to advance the ball for Matt, to use it. It became that bridge for Matthew from high school into the workforce and into adult life. It was an opportunity for him to build skills for the workplace and adult life skills. And so just real specifically, a couple of the skills that he learned that were so valuable to him and to us and our family. They gave him task analysis sheets where they break down the task, and many of the project managers on site talked about the importance of that. They taught them how to use technology to their advantage. You know, writing emails, using our cell phones, asking for help, being punctual, using problem-solving skills. Often the kids have to switch their plans for the day, have flexibility, or, you know, something doesn't work right, or whatever, and so they're able to problem solve. Matthew was given opportunities to lead and teach fellow rookie students, and that was real important for him, that he was able to teach them his skills that he was learning on the job. They also helped Matthew find his next step and support his next step. Matthew was able to get a job at a local fast food restaurant, Chicken Salad Chick, and Aaron was very supportive of him in that, helping him work through some of the complications of taking what he was learning at Project Life and applying it to that real works paid for setting. Also helping Maddie find his college program that he's actually going to be attending at Georgia Tech. But I think one of the biggest benefits, and you just cannot put a price on it, is Matthew's appropriate professional communication. So when to speak, when not to speak, interrupting people, saying please and thank you, what topics are work appropriate and what topics are not work appropriate. And again, for some of us, obviously those things come easy, but for our students, they really need to be broken down and addressed. And you know, I can't say enough about what they gave Matthew. So again, thank you to Siemens for giving Matthew the opportunity. Thank you to Project Life. Thank you to the Forsyth County Board of Education for continuing to support this program. And thank you to our wonderful teachers that we had.
Thank you, Rick and Karen. And last we have Chuck and Colleen Hicks, who are the parents of Ross Hicks. Oh, it's just Chuck.
My notes are electronic, so I'm not checking my email, as my wife would say. We bring a unique, probably, experience. We've had 2 children that Forsyth County has provided for. And it's been 20 years that we've been in the system. And I can't speak highly enough of the professionalism, of just how much they've done for our children. Our oldest just graduated from the Georgia Tech Special Needs Program last week. He's going on to live on his own. He's completely self-functional. And all of that comes from Forsyth County. And specifically, it comes from a number of people, and I'd like to mention them right now. Lori Burton, who's been around Ross, our graduate, who we're so proud of for years. Lisa Bennett and Susan Darlington. The amount of care that they give to people, I think, speaks well. When you talk to the special needs folks that are around the state and you talk to parents, people move to Forsyth County because of what happens here. It probably is a problem from a funding standpoint, but it speaks to just the excellence. I would argue this is the #1 special needs county school system in Georgia and maybe in the United States on the level of caring. So I thank you very much for that. Specifically talking about Ross and the opportunity that he's been given is just so spectacular this year. Automation Direct has just been a godsend, and you employers, I don't know how much you understand what you do for our children. It's a big deal that you allow us into your facilities. I'm sure in the beginning it was a strange idea, and thank you so much for allowing us in there, because this really is a stepping stone. Having seen it with child number 1 and hope to see it with child number 2, it was the perfect situation for our son who needed to graduate from high school and move on, but at the same time couldn't move on. And Project Life has provided that job training and that ability, and has provided him the next step that we're so proud of, which will be to move on to the Clemson Life program. And hopefully, like his brother, live completely on his own when he graduates. I can tell you that all of our children have a level of self-ability that can be recognized, but it does take a village to do so. It's just a great transition for what we need as special needs parents. And again, I can't thank the folks enough, and specifically his 2 teachers, Miss Lori and Miss Stacy. It's just been wonderful. I wish that he had a few more years with Miss Stacy. She's retiring, and we congratulate her on that. And but again, we're so thankful to everybody in the Forsyth County school system, and so proud of our son, Ross. Thank you.
Thank you, Chuck. I'm telling you, thank goodness for waterproof mascara right now. So, where would we be without our interns? It's because of your hard work and commitment that we are celebrating you today. I'd like to ask graduate Blake Evans to come to the stage and say a few words. Blake, can you come to the stage? This is always my most favorite part, because we really get to hear our interns advocate for themselves and speak for themselves, and it is so rewarding. So here you go, Blake.
Good morning, everyone. My name's Blake Evans. The best thing about Project Life is working together with friends. When you work with friends, you work faster and get your work done. Another favorite part about Project Life is when you are finished working, you get to take a break and have free time. I worked at NCR Monday through Wednesday, and on Thursday I worked with the Project Life snack cart. And on Fridays I cleaned classrooms at the academy. I also had chores at the Hill Center that included taking out the trash, recycling, and watering the plants. These chores teach you how to help around the house, such as vacuuming the floor, cleaning the kitchen, bedrooms, bathrooms, dining room, laundry room, hallways, even basement and closets. When the house chores are done, you need to keep it that way. You are awesome and doing good when you graduate from Project Life. Project Life will help you get a job. I learned I cannot have my phone out while working, but I can use my phone doing lunch. When you get your work done quickly, the day goes by fast. And then you have free time. I learned at Project Life that work is more important than iPads and phones. I enjoyed Project Life. And that's it, really. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Blake. Next up, we have Matt Strom.
Hello, everyone. My name is Matt Strom. I'm a third-year Project Life intern at Siemens Georgia 400. I graduated from South Forsyth High School and started Project Life in August of 2018. I will be attending the Georgia Tech Excel program in the fall and look forward to taking all that I have learned at Project Life with me. Go Jackets! For those, for those that don't know me, I really loved high school. So transitioning to the work world was something that I was excited for, but also nervous about. Project Life has helped me with the transition, and I'm more prepared now than I was my senior year of high school. I have turned my high school strengths into vocational strengths, and am ready for the real world. I have learned how to have professional conversations, how to talk with customers and work at the same time, how to stay focused on one thing at a time, how to ask for help when I need it, and how to become myself and what I have learned. When I think back to my 3 years I spent at Siemens, my favorite job has to be doing the mail. I didn't think I would like it at first because I thought I was sitting in store mail all day, but it turns out I was way wrong. Mail is a job where you go out to receiving on the production floor and have to get all the packages and letter mail. My record is 21 packages in one day, pre-COVID, of course. I was able to meet so many people doing the job and enjoyed the responsibility of managing important packages. It was fun to see how many steps I would get in on my Fitbit, walking all over the building, delivering mail and packages to everyone. My second favorite job was doing the snack cart. I enjoyed being able to make change for the customers, and I enjoyed selling snacks and drinks to all the Siemens employees and getting to know them. Erin always said I knew more people in the building than she did. My third favorite was managing the break rooms around the building. I enjoyed restocking the coffee supplies and talking and meeting people while working. I like being able to help keep the building tour ready. My second year in the program, I got a job at Chicken Salad Chick. I'm a front office employee there. I take orders over the phone and in person, run food out to the customers, check on customers, clean tables and chairs, take out the trash, and restock all the counter supplies. I would like to think I have enjoyed working in a different environment, learning new things, and talking to the customers. I even helped my brother get a job there. Now, I would like to take time to thank everybody who has helped me to get where I am today. I want to thank all my job coaches, especially Erin and Josephine, for teaching me what it is like to be in a work environment. I would also like to thank Siemens for partnering with Project Life and allowing us to work with them. I would also like to thank all the Siemens employees who I worked with for being nice and welcoming to us. I would also like to thank Susan Donnerton and the Forsyth County Board of Education for believing in all its interns and continuing to support the program. Lastly, I want to thank my parents for their support throughout the years. If it wasn't for them encouraging me and trying new things, I would not be attending Georgia Tech in the fall. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for everything you do for me. To my fellow graduates, we made it through online learning during the pandemic. Congratulations. Good luck next year, and I can't wait to see what we all accomplish. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. And last, we have Sarah DeJarnette.
Hi, my name is Sarah DeJarnett. I've been in the Project Life program for 2 years. I want to thank my teachers that I had in the past 2 years, Miss Dooley, Miss Gleason, Miss Martin, and Miss Tipton. I also want to thank the employees here at Automation Direct for helping me a whole lot this year. I want to thank my parents for letting me get my first real job. What I learned about in Project Life was team building. And my favorite Project Life memory was playing basketball in the Fowler Park gym. What I liked about Project Life was when I got to pass out candies to employees on Valentine's Day. Thank you so much, Project Life, for letting me be a part of this program. I will miss my teachers so much. I hope you all enjoy your summer break and good luck next school year.
Great job, Sarah. As we move forward with our graduate recognition, I'd like to first recognize and celebrate a life that left us way too soon. Scott Landak was a graduate of 2020 Project Life class. And with all of our interns, I didn't think I was going to do this. And with all of our interns, we enjoyed watching him grow into a confident young man and one that touched the hearts of many. Aaron Rose put together a presentation that I would like all of you to watch.
Scott Landak started Project Life in 2017 at Siemens Georgia 400. He worked hard his first year learning different entry-level jobs around the building. He was a quiet young man who loved bowling and being outside, but he wasn't sure what kind of job he wanted in the future. During Scott's second year in Project Life, he worked his way through all the different job rotations at Siemens Georgia 400. He got the opportunity to work at Siemens Ridgeland, where he learned how to pick parts in the SciTech cage. He worked at NCR, where he cleaned and tested parts for the RAM department. At Siemens Georgia 400, he worked his way out to the production floor, where he was able to work in the wire center and in the shipping and receiving department. He impressed the employees out in shipping and receiving, so much so that he was able to get a summer CWAP position the summer of 2018. Midway through his second year in Project Life, Scott transferred to the Automation Direct class, where he trained in warehouse safety and the operations of logistics, learning the skills necessary to work around automated machinery while performing manual tasks to replenish the parts picking area. After working in all the different Project Life locations that Scott did, he knew exactly what he wanted to do in the future. Scott wanted to be a warehouse employee. During his time training at Automation Direct, Scott was missed dearly by the receiving department at Siemens Georgia 400. The summer of 2019, they offered him a contracting position at Siemens. After successfully working all summer and into his third year at Project Life, Scott was officially considered a graduate October of 2019. Scott continued working as a contractor at Siemens Georgia 400 throughout the pandemic and was officially hired as a Siemens employee July 2020. Scott passed away August 8, 2020, but will always be remembered as an example of what Project Life interns should aspire to be.
The lives of our students are precious to all of us. We laugh, cry, celebrate the lives of our interns because they are the center and purpose of Project Life and Project Rise. Today, we are celebrating everyone's hard work and the huge accomplishments of our 20 and 21 graduates. So let's begin by recognizing Aaron Rose's class of graduates.
Hello, everyone. I would like to take time now to present Scott's parents, Randy and Pat, with Scott's Certificate of Achievement. Let us all celebrate all the wonderful success Scott had as an intern and a Siemens employee. Right. Although this year started off with a lot of change and heartbreak, we are so lucky to have had the opportunity to start back working in Siemens in August. I am so thankful for the leadership at Siemens Georgia 400 for trusting that our interns were ready to follow safety guidelines and protocols put in place. Specifically, Yagnish, Tim, and Mark, thank you all for allowing us to be in your building and to work alongside you guys. I would also like to thank those who are here today, Wayne, Reagan, Kim, and Gabby, and everybody that's watching virtually. Thank you guys all for everything that you do. I say it all the time, but I truly mean it. Project Life would not be the same without all of you. Without you guys treating our interns just like any other employee and welcoming them into your workplace, they would not be where they are today. So thank you again for always believing in our interns. Today, we are celebrating some wonderful interns who have worked their way through different Project Life locations. They've learned many jobs around the Siemens building. They worked through a pandemic and who have all had part-time jobs while being interns. This year, these interns have helped me create new jobs, adjust old jobs. We started our own snack cart out on the production floor and tackled every day ready for anything. Siemens Georgia 400 has had a lot of different construction projects going on this year, making every week new, different, but exciting. These interns have shown they are willing to work through any situation and willing to try new things, all while learning the soft skills necessary to reach their goals of competitive employment. I am so very proud to say my interns are all graduating today with jobs lined up and have very bright futures ahead of them. I look forward to following their stories and their journey and expect all of them to update me on the amazing things that they're doing with their life. But before I call up my interns, I would like to take time to thank all the wonderful assistant job coaches that I've had this year. Josephine, Christina, and Ryoko, thank you guys all for everything that you've done for me. You guys know it wouldn't be the same if it weren't for those ladies. Also, thank you for Susan and the Board of Ed for always believing in myself and our team at Siemens to continue having a successful program for all of these amazing interns. Thank you to all of my fellow job coaches and teachers that work with me, specifically to Stacy Martin. She was my mentor, and she's leaving me. How rude! But she's gonna be dearly, dearly missed as she moves on to that retired grandma life, and I'm so happy for her. Thank you for my interns, specifically the party planning committee. Thank you guys so much for helping me celebrate these wonderful interns the last 2 weeks. And then lastly, thank you to all of my graduates today for always coming to work, ready to work hard, ready to tackle every job. And I am just so excited for everything that you guys are gonna do in the future and all that you've accomplished so far. So without further ado, let's celebrate these wonderful interns that we have graduating from Siemens Georgia 400. First up, we have Matt Strom. Next up, we have Marin Malone. And lastly, we have James Hutchinson. All right, and let's give it up one more time for Siemens Georgia 400.
Next up, we have Mary Phillips.
Good morning. Some would have thought that this school year's extensive list of challenges would be a problem, but we took them in stride and turned each one into an opportunity to exceed expectations. When we were unable to return to Northside Hospital due to COVID-19, both Otwell and PBD opened their doors to us and welcomed us. Our interns learned valuable skill sets, training in the school, in our lunchroom, front office, with custodial, and in the media center. Interns mastered assembly line job skills, packaging and shipping items, and how to pick orders utilizing our robots. I kind of laughed the other day when I told one of our supervisors that at PBD, our interns would most likely pay them to work on the assembly floor. They enjoyed their jobs there so much. Our business partners provide the most beneficial classrooms that our interns have ever had the privilege of succeeding in. Thank you for that. We couldn't do it without you. Our interns love coming to work every day because we feel like we are truly a part of the businesses that we are in. We're a part of that family. Allison and I would now like to recognize our outstanding interns from Northside Hospital, from Otwell, and from PBD, all of whom have graduated and are employed with great jobs right now. Our first intern is Robert Harder. Robert, would you come up? Our next intern is Tabitha Jones. And our final intern is Sean Westbrook. Thank you so very much.
Next, we have Stacy Martin from Automation Direct.
Are we all here? Good morning. We've heard so many wonderful words already, so many beautiful testimonies and truths about this program. I'm not going to cry either. I am going to hold it together. I have been blessed to work in many of these businesses through the partnerships and been able to, they transferred me around just like they did interns. I'm not really sure what that says about me, but I was privileged to be in a lot of the places, and I'm thankful for that, the opportunities that we had. Today, though, I'm representing Automation Direct, and that has been where we've been able to train for the last 3 years. Amazing place, amazing people. Was not an easy place to get into. They're very particular, and they believed in Project Life, and they have supported us, encouraged us. The interns have been truly blessed to be there. I will say that this last year was challenging. I have to say that automation was wide open when it came to us returning in August. Their warehouse operations had not closed down during the entire pandemic. They had operations in place that kept them open and functioning. So that was wonderful for us, for our class. We were a little scared about where we were going to have to train, but they quickly opened up and said, let's work with OSHA requirements, school system requirements, and automation requirements. So our students had a lot of requirements that we had to train them on, and they just embraced that completely. I will say that Automation Direct, Kevin mentioned it on the video, that it's just a big team of amazing people, and they have embraced our interns to be a part of that team, and they just blend in every day. The bottom line is they appreciate every intern's strengths and every intern's needs, and they help us to grow them. And we just appreciate every employee that takes their time to do that. I will say it's cliche, but it is a win-win, and we all talk about that every day. The team leads and us, the job coaches. Is Lori up here with me? Lori. We just talk about what a win-win it is every day. Very few negatives can we find. I know that's cliche. I will say that great partnerships produce great outcomes, and today these interns are those great outcomes from a terrific partnership with Automation Direct for the last 3 years. And I know it's going to continue for many more years to come. Truly fortunate that I have a lot of interns standing here. Look how many I have to graduate. I watched each one of these young men and women grow, gain confidence, find their purpose. Sometimes they come to us not understanding their next purpose in life after high school, and it's so beautiful to watch when they start to realize they have a purpose every day and that they can contribute back to society and become employed. All of these guys are leaving us with jobs, part-time or full-time, or going on to Clemson Life, as we heard. So very successful group of interns, and I want to thank Automation Direct for that. I will say there were challenges, and despite those challenges, these guys rose to the occasion, and that just talks to the interns that we have and their hard work ethic. You heard their speeches. They love being there. The employees at Automation Direct laughed and smiled a lot quicker maybe than some other employees throughout businesses during this pandemic, because our interns were there and they were happy to be there despite the mask, despite that social distancing, which is so unnatural to some of our guys who want to, just be close and be friendly. But I will say, despite all of that, they rose and they grew so much this year. All 3 of the interns that I had this semester will be finishing. I graduated 2 in December. Without the support of our board of directors, Dr. Bearden, Sarah Taylor, Susan Darlington, all of her tremendous support. We can reach her day or night via text if you just want to know. She will answer that phone or text us back whenever we have a thought or an issue. Our parents, our bus drivers, everybody in transportation that got these guys to us. Somebody texted me this week and said, I drove Ben when he was in a car seat, and now he's graduating, driving on his own. So some of these people have been in their lives so much longer than I have. So thank you for that. Our teammates in Project Life, I couldn't do it without you. We are such a great team. I'm going to miss all of you, but I know you're going to continue on, and call me anytime. I have to speak for Lori Tipton, about Lori Tipton, my co-job coach. I know without a doubt 4 years ago, God allowed us to work together these last 4 years. She's more than a coworker. She's more than an awesome job coach. She's a friend, support that we've needed for each other throughout these last 4 years. Not a coincidence in my mind. She's gifted. She's energetic. She's younger than me. She kept things going because I'm not young anymore. There were days that she just took the ball and rolled with it, and amazing asset to this program. She's truly gifted and truly terrific, so I want to tell her so much thanks for that. And I'm rambling because so many thoughts are in my mind today, and with this being my last graduation. But I want to now honor these terrific graduates from Automation Direct. First up, Trey Brookins. We decided this year not to talk about each intern because we have so many, and that is so hard for me. Like, I am really struggling to do that. But read all of their cool bios in your brochure. Ben Amison. I just have to say one thing about this young lady. She has been our only girl at Automation Direct, and I'm telling you, she rocked it with those guys. She did not let them get anything on her. Sarah Dejanay. Drew Baker. Justice Brooks. And last but not least, Mr. Ross Hicks.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Automation Direct.
So many words I want to say right now, but I have to skip right on to Hope Dooley. I will say while she's walking up here, these teachers are fabulous, are they not? I mean, just the collaboration that they have with each other, all the words that they're saying, that truly is them day in and day out. They're fabulous. Hope.
Good morning. Waiting for my two chicks. Although this has been a year of many challenges, it has also presented new opportunities for our interns. I want to thank Kevin Smith for allowing my class to train at Hightower Food Bank during the first 9 weeks of the school year. Kevin taught all of us about the importance of community service, especially during such a difficult period when so many need our help. While training at Hightower, Kevin inspired the interns to start making bedrolls for the homeless community out of plastic grocery bags. This special project became a year-long theme for the interns, and they took pride. I do this every year. They took pride in giving to others while helping the environment. We will have 3 more bedrolls to deliver this Friday for a total of 8 for the year. That is tens of thousands of grocery bags. I would also like to thank Eric Casala and his team at NCR for allowing Project Life to resume our vocational training in October. We are grateful for all your COVID protocols that kept everyone safe. Our return to NCR was a comfort, knowing that normalcy was just around the corner. Most of all, sorry, this one's going to be the most difficult. I want to commend Blake Evans, Parker Wallach, Jeffrey Garnacci, and Richard Nelson for always wearing your mask, following COVID safety rules, and never once did you guys complain. And you always maintained a positive attitude. And you are definitely a shining star to all of us. You made our job so much easier, and Nancy and I are grateful to have spent this year with you. Finally, I want to give a shout out to James Hutchinson, Brett Swanson, Liam Egan, Trey Brookins, Sarah DeJarnette, and Marin Malone, who started their Project Life journey with Nancy and me at the Hill Center. We are proud of you and your accomplishment. And now I'm proud to present 2 of our graduates. Our first one is Blake Evans. And now, Liam Egan. Thank you so much for sharing, parents sharing these amazing interns with us. It is truly what we live for. Thank you.
And last, we have Emily Reynolds with Project Rise. And this is Emily's first graduation with Project Rise. So welcome Emily and her class.
Project Rise is a little bit different than Project Life. We focus not only on employment skills, but also on daily living skills. And some of our interns are not quite ready to work in a job environment all day, every day. The cool part is that means we get to have more variety in our weekly schedule. We get to go more places in the community, and we get to have more fun while we're learning. I want to send a big shout out to all of our businesses. We have so many people in the community who support us and have been there for us for these past 2 years. I want to thank Miss Angela, Miss Joanne, and Miss Rachel from Meals by Grace and the Aquaponic Farm. If you ever hear about the Aquaponic Farm, it's probably from one of us. I also want to thank Kevin and Clarissa with Hightower Food and Clothing Bank. Every week coming there and knowing that we're helping people in the community, it means a lot to us. I want to thank Tam's Backstage. Brian and Kelly Tam are not able to be here today, but they have been there to support us for 2 years, and we really appreciate their support. I want to thank Melissa, Betsy, and Charles from PBD Worldwide. Welcoming us in and giving us such a new environment to learn skills in has been really amazing. Thank you so much. Of course, I have to thank Mr. Ben and Miss Crystal from the Junior Achievement Center of Georgia. They're attached to our school at Alliance Academy, and they have allowed us to come and work every afternoon. They have been amazing to us and welcomed us, and we have loved going over there every day. And then, of course, we have Alliance Academy for Innovation, who hosts us, who has us there every morning, every afternoon. I don't know what we would do without a home base. Thank you so much, Ms. Canizaro, Ms. Husky, and Ms. Ketron. We appreciate y'all. I'm very thankful to the parents for their support and encouragement. Y'all are the true experts on your children, and without you, it would be very difficult to know what direction to move in. I'm so proud of our interns. I'm not supposed to talk about them individually, but they have all shown us that they are very capable of doing many things in the community. Their growth and progress toward having more responsibility and independence and working on their goals to self-advocate for themselves and be employed in their futures. The soft skills that we work on every day are really going to help prepare them for success. Learning who to text and when, how to work towards completion of each task, to work together to accomplish tasks given to them, to communicate with all kinds of people in many different situations, and to take the initiative to find more work once a task is complete. And I also want to thank Susan Darlington and Forsyth County Schools for the creation of Project Rise to help meet the needs of a larger number of students in becoming more independent. Lastly, I would like to thank Ms. Andrea Schulke, because without her each and every day, we would not be successful. Her love, support, and humor helps keep us on track, and she knows each day is going to be an adventure. She seems to be able to read my mind and helps out in any way that she can. Leading Project Rise alongside her really helps make coming to work more productive and enjoyable. So thank you. So now for our interns. I'm not going to say we saved the best for last, but if you're in Project Rise, you know what I'm talking about. First of all, I'd like to call up Mr. Matthew Namowitz. one of our 2020 graduates, Brett Swanson. And last but not least, another 2020 graduate, Amanda Blue.
Thank you, everyone. I just love these students. In closing, I'd like to thank our Project Life and Project Rise teachers and our paraprofessionals for your endless hours of teaching, mentoring, coaching, counseling, advocating for, and encouraging our interns. Because of you, there is not a single graduate here who doesn't know they are important, loved, resilient, and ready for employment. I could go on and on about the amazing things you do each day and every day, and it is an honor to work alongside each of you. And lastly, Stacy was whispering up to me, and she's like, "You're so sneaky." And she was standing up here because all of her family is over here, because as she was saying, she is retiring. So I'd like to send a special thank you to Stacy Martin, who will be retiring at the end of this school year. Stacy has been teaching for 30 years and has been a lead teacher with Project Life since 2009, where she taught at Siemens Ridgeland, and then moved to Automation Direct in 2018. I saw a Facebook post from her husband, Gary, back in August. He doesn't know that I pulled this, so surprise, where he titled it, "Stacy's Last First Day of School." Here's part of his post, where he says, "Stacy said just before her high school graduation that she already knew what God wanted her to do. His purpose has sure shown through in her love for all of her students, always going the extra mile, never just doing the minimum for her students. Gary, all of us with Project Life and Project Rise have to agree. Her passion for teaching and the joy she receives as she watches her interns become confident young adults has been evident in all of her actions. She's quick to share, collaborate, and help her fellow teachers and find creative ways to enhance the learning of her interns. Stacy, as much as we'd like to keep you to ourselves, we know you've earned this time to put your toes in the sand and enjoy those precious moments with your family, especially those grandbabies. All of us from Project Life and Project Rise love you, and we will miss you, and we wish you all the best." That part we could not rehearse because she was in yesterday's practice, so this was all of a surprise. So in closing, I just want to say congratulations to all of our graduates. We are so proud of you. To all of our returning interns, we can't wait to see you in August. Thank you to our businesses, to our Board of Ed. Thank you once again. Everyone, have a wonderful summer. You deserve it.